What's up, brother?
What's up, loco? How you doing?
Good, man. How you guys doing over there right now, bro?
We're doing freedom, homie. It's lovely, actually, man. Nice weather over here. Not too much going on, other than the usual. Same old fucking Groundhog Day around here, man. Nada nuevo.
Hey, you guys just came out right now?
Yeah, we just came out right now, and since they pulled me out to go work, the Cuetero up here fucking gives me quebrada. I jump on the horn real quick, so that's what I did. I said I'm gonna call the homeboy, man, let him know everything went good, and I appreciate that. I got my typewriter and all that también, so it's much appreciated, man. I knew you come through, man.
It's all good, brother. Hey, I know how it is, man. So, you know what I mean? I'm always do what I can.
It's an everyday lucha over here, man. People may think, prison. That's what I tell them, man. Hey, prison's prison, man. It's unforgiving, and it don't stop being a prison wherever you're at. You're still incarcerated, So
yeah.
If you let it, man, it'll fucking eat you alive, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask some of these guys if they got questions for you, man. So,
all right.
Over the next course of week or the next couple weeks, bro, I'm gonna get questions for you. But hey, just real quick, how was it? Let them know a little bit about how was it growing up in Watsonville, bro. And when did you first go to the joint? How old were you?
When I first started getting into the system, man, in Watson, I got caught up, man. I think it was a DUI, and I was 14 years old. When I went to juvenile hall, I went to Monterey County. At that time, I got caught up in the Pajaro area, so I ended up going to Monterey County juvenile hall system for a day or two, man. And then it cut me out. But soon after that, man, it was like soon after that, it was started going into fucking juvenile halls, boys ranches, and just kicked off from there. I ended up going to the Pinta when I was 18 years old. After that, man, snowballed from there,
Yeah.
So it was some experience, but it was different back then, Even growing up in the pueblo, I come from a small town, man. I always tell people I pride myself over here, right? I say, man, small town, big heart.
Yeah, that's right.
And our pueblo's small, right? But like I said, it's a farming community, or it was at the time, So everybody was a little close knitted, All the barrios there and all that, the people, everybody there was real close knitted. So there was not too much division, And so the politics, Pinta politics, never really kicked off like that, It never rampantly fucking spread it, Because the brothers that were there, the homeboys. They were not inclined to the politics, So they kept all the chavalos out of the prison politics, Their escuela was always like, hey, go in the Pinta. If you're gonna go to your tiempo, go to your time and come back. You guys are from Watson, so stay away from any politics that you guys may run into in there.
Right.
I know for the most part everybody did, and those brothers that did come back out as brothers. Like I said, man, in previous times that was short-lived in Watson, like I said, the homeboys didn't embrace it, so they were always told, like, hey, take that somewhere else,
Yeah. Hey, one of the comments, man, or actually a few of them, man, with some of these guys, but the question is, how you talk, bro. There's not a lot of norteños that speak like you.
That's what's on, though. All my homies talk like I talk,
Yeah,
Other from Watson, they want to be called, they're into this heisty fucking shit, right? I used to call them disco bunnies, right?
Yeah.
All these vatos, they lost their tongue, right? And that was a big thing for the brothers up in the Bay when I was up there. Is like, hey, don't lose your cultura, don't lose your way of life, hey, somos Chicanos, Mexicanos, remember in the Bay they used to push this, like, hey, you gotta learn your language, so you don't lose it,
Right.
and teach the young up and coming Chicano, that it's important that he knows his roots, as a Mexicano and where he comes from, and because that gives you purpose. You're rooted in somewhere. It gives you identity.
Yeah.
So, all my homeboys, man, every single one of them fucking talks like I talk. For my generation at least.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of
That's what we grew up.
Yeah, I know a lot of homeboys from Watsonville, out there by Salas. A lot of them they talk similar like that, bro. A lot of the homies out of the Bay Area, they got that different slang, bro.
Hey,
you know what I mean? They
hey,
talk.
watch out, there's an alarm right now, right? There's an alarm in the block. Let me call you right back, all right?
Fuck that alarm, homie. All right, bro.
All right, brother. All right, you're there.
Hey.
What's up, loco? My
Okay.
bad.
No, that's all good. Hey, shit happens, man. Hey, so one of the things, like I was telling you, man, in the comments, these guys were talking about the way that you speak, bro. But there's something else that came up that maybe you can address too, man, because I noticed that some of the comments, it was a couple Africanos, bro, that they tripped on the word tinto that you use. I guess to some Africanos that might seem like it has some type of racial connotations to it, right? I know you, and I know how homeboys talk, and I know that there's no racial. It's not a racial slur, bro. But just talk about that, bro, because
it's like this, right? It's like this, right? There ain't no racial slur to it, right? Tinto just means, hey, he's a colored man, darker than my skin, right? That's all that means, Hey, it's el tinto, homie. Hey, he's darker than me. So it's like when they say, hey, it's that Mexican. Well, what do you mean by that? Is that racial or what? I mean, so we don't take offense to it. We just say, I know what he's talking. I know how he's addressing it. It's a simple way of commenting, right? Plus, we grew up with no racial tensions up north. We never had any racial tensions with Africanos or anybody for that fact. But
yes, sir.
When we talk like that, that's just how we identify and address vatos. And ain't no one gonna tell another man, especially in the pinto on the calle, how to speak or how to address certain individuals. If the vato's offended, man, pues dispensa vato, but it ain't gonna change that thing. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, keep going, So
yeah,
that's the way it is, man.
Yeah. That's I responded to the comment, and that's kind of like what I was explaining, bro. But at the same time, you gotta understand, man. This new generation, they have a different way of speaking too, man, and they throw that N word out with frequency, bro. And I'm from the city, but I don't even talk like that. You know what I mean? A lot of homies from the city speak like that, but.
Well, you're from that. The homies from Frisco, man, from your generation, if I recall right. Hey, those were all. There was still a lot of raza, a lot of vatos from Central America too.
Yeah.
They were all with the biz, man. They never used that N word or nigga this or that. It's like, hey, what's up with that, man? I used to tell the vatos in the yard, también in the calle, what are you guys doing, man? What's up with that? Like, hey, get yourselves together, man. But and that goes back to that people start losing the sense of direction, or purpose in life as far as, hey, who you trying to be? The tintos in the yard used to laugh at the homeboys. They used to try to be black. They say, look at them, man, bunch of fools, man, because they're trying to be somebody they're not.
Right.
And that's what I always tell them, like, hey, homie, just be your damn self. Come back to your roots, man. No one's telling you to, you got to speak a certain way, pero, hey, por favor. Like, hey, watch out. That's why they're so easy fucking breakable, man,
Yeah.
It's just different, Obviously, times change and all that. They get caught up with the money music, and they become self-centered, self-serving, and that's when you get that type of mentality, and it's hard to break them away from that when you don't have the collective fucking pulling in that same direction to stop that type of thinking,
Right.
Pero, I hope that answers that,
Yeah, no, most definitely. I'm trying to pull up because I do these Q&As, right? I do Q&As for these guys all the time too. I was just let me see, man.
And mostly all the coastal towns, man, where we're from, you know, they're raza, you know, because you got to understand, a lot of they're farm workers, man. You know, the Mexicanos come up here, and there's a lot of raza from Mexico, you know. So, you know, I used to get this a lot, right? Vato says, hey, man, you speak good fluent Spanish. I said, Simón, pues soy mexicano. You know, and one of the things was that I used to tell the homeboys, like, hey, look, man, we're the raza from down south, they're no more Mexicano than you are. You know, you're raza también, you're Mexicano. You know, so they can't claim that. They can't take possession of the Mexican flag or saying, hey, all raza come this way. I said, because that's not true. That's just propaganda, man. You know, for anybody for that matter that tries to say, hey, I'm more Mexican than you. Well, why is that?
Yeah.
So it's like we're all raza, you know, and we all speak the same language, you know, and we all got the same stilo, you know, the same get down, you know. We toricar with each other, with the homeboys, with the homegirls, and it's all the same, you know.
That's right.
It's just a little in the Bay Area, you know. The homies have always been a little more on the fast track, you know. They move fast, don't you know what I mean? But they have to. It's the city. Yeah, I mean, it's the city,
Yeah.
you know, boy. I mean, yeah.
So how is it for you out there, being out there on the yard now, bro? Is now that everything's happened and you kind of transitioned over there and you're settled in now, bro?
Look, for me and for a lot of the brothers over here, and I use brothers freely now, right? But for all the homeboys, whether they're from down south or up north, you know, because I ran into a lot of vatos that I was in the linea with and all that. Hey, homeboy, the estilo don't change. Everybody is who they are, you know. They get down, you know. That mutual respect towards each other, you know, it's still there, homeboy, you know. Nobody's over here sizing anybody up as far as like, hey, this vato's doing, hey, everybody minds their own business, homie, and everybody respects each other, man, you know, and nobody's talking about politica, you know, that politics talk, it got left behind, and we all get along pretty good, you know. Everybody gets together, chops it up, and hey, homeboy, you are who you are, you know. Everybody finds their own little crowd, you know. It's just that you got to be a little careful because there's a lot of vatos over here that for whatever reasons, man, drop their standard of living and feel that it's okay to put your business out there, man. So you got to be careful.
I know what you're talking about. Hey.
You know?
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear, bro, because like I was explaining to some of these guys, man, it seems like a lot of times, bro, when some of these guys, when they lay it down or they walk away from that lifestyle, they like you said, man, they lose sense of their standards, bro. They start J-catting off, they start hating on the homies that are still functioning. Hey, leave them alone, man. If they're still functioning, you know, you don't have to be bitter towards them. You know what I mean? You don't have to be bitter towards the, huh?
No, yeah, you're right.
You know how like when we used to be in San Quentin in C-section, and a lot of the cats that were on the PC tier, bro, they would be on their doors all day talking shit, man, because cats were still active, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know the thing is, man, they were always bitter, right? Well, you got a handful of them vatos here, right? But I don't fuck with them, homes. You know, like I tell them, hey, homeboy, that's not, you don't do that, man. Hey, for your own reasons, you're here. You create your own fucking mind, whatever, man. You can't be bitter, man. Hey, I always say, hey, more power to the vatos over there. Hey, have at it, homeboy. Echale ganas, homie. You know, a good man once said, man, hey, it's a good causa if you believe in it. I mean,
that's right.
If you wholeheartedly believe in it, hey, homeboy, have at it. Don't let no one discourage you then, you know. But it is a fucking merry-go-round, man, you know. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, homes.
Yeah. Hey.
You deal with it, homes.
It used to be a beautiful thing, homie. You know what I'm saying? The causa, bro. It used to be. You know.
Well, yeah, because it was everybody was united. You know, everybody had a common purpose. You know, common ground, man, identifying with each other and shit. You know. But today, homeboy, like I said, man, in my previous talks with you, man, hey, we got sold out. These vatos
Yeah.
came out of here and just sold everybody out. I'm not bitter towards the vatos. I was trying to make a difference while I was there. But it was landing on deaf ears, man. You know, and we politicked it. Hey, we got the fucking, we got the shitty end of it. You know, my homeboy say, hey, sometimes you get the candy, other times you get the rapper. Homes, we got the rapper, homeboy. But it's like, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, it's la cura de eso. You know, I mean, plus,
Yeah.
homie, you know, hey, vida loca, right? I mean, when you're there, you're there, and it's all fine and dandy, homes. You know, but today, homie, the way I see it, I see most of the youngsters coming over here. They're scared or they're bitter. They're being obligated, pushed to do things that they never committed themselves to. So you know that kind of changes the dynamics of what the struggle is about, or what the lucha was really headed. You know which way it was headed. So you know I just listened to him and I said, "Oh, homie, hey, well you're good here, man. You know I hope you can find your way around here. You know, and if you can't, you know, fucking make one, homes. You know, make a way, homes."
Yeah.
You'll figure it out, you know, because there ain't no fucking there ain't no panhandling over here, man. You know, it's like, hey, you got to do it on your own. I mean, you'll find your little circle of people, man. You know, so you know, myself, homie, I tell the homeboys, you're like, well, fuck, I am the crowd, homes. You know what I mean? So fuck, I'm gonna stick to myself. I mean, you know, I'm all right, homes. So I said, cute, a lot of the homeboys over here, and orale, chule. Yes, too. You know, I don't really sit there and gossip and cabulear a lot because it's not needed, man. You know, it's like, hey, I gotta go, man. Sometimes the questions they have or the things they want to talk about goes back to the same shit. And I said, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking break bread about all that. You know, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
modo, hey, suck it up, man.
Hey, man. So, hey, what's a typical day like over there, bro?
You know what? I feel me. You know, I gotta admit, man. You know, everybody, I come out at least, you know, with run into a few fellas and yarda, work out. You know, same thing, work out. Get a little fatty out there in the job with a few of the guys, homes, and come back in, spread. Y para adentro, homie. You know, watch your tubo. You know, type your letters. You know, get on the phone.
Hey.
You know, do what we do, man. Just killing time, man. You know, you're doing tiempo.
They always like to hear about. Hey, they always like to hear about spreads. I don't know why, bro, but what kind of spreads you guys throw over there, man? I'm telling you, homie.
The good thing over there's a lot of grills out here, homes. So everybody's grilling shit now, homes.
Yeah, man. They do that. They do that on the locker, huh?
Yeah, it's a trip. Well, there's a couple of cooks. I mean, hey, you'll be surprised. That's how, man. When you guys get out, you start a fucking restaurant. They grill everything. Tortillas, all rice and toasty. You know, chilorios. You know, everything's cooked. You know,
damn, bro.
Cheese, melted the cheese, and you know, big old hamburgers también. You know,
Hey.
I mean, they got an imagination when it comes to cooking. You know.
So that paquete I sent you, boy, I know you made some good spreads out of that, boy.
Yeah.
I sent you like I don't remember how many cases of soups I sent you, but I tried to send you quesos, tortillas, frijoles.
I appreciate that. It. We did spread on all that. Hell yeah.
When can you get another package, bro?
This coming quarter, cause I already got one this quarter. So this coming quarter, I think I think it's in April, man. I'll be able to give another one in April, man. You know. So
yeah.
We'll talk then.
Hey, there's a couple people that wanted to send you feria, bro. I'm gonna get their names and shit, man. I'm looking at these comments right here, though. I'm looking at these comments. There's somebody named Pat Rincon that said to let you know that you're in her prayers, bro.
All right, gracias. Appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Right. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I said it was 60 seconds, right? So it's gonna hang up. But I'll try to give you another call, hopefully mañana in a few days here, and we'll continue, man.
Yeah, man. If you can, hit me back mañana, bro. Make up for all that lost time, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother, man. Enjoy that typewriter, bro.
Vale, homie. Gracias, appreciate that.
Okay.
Saludos to everybody. Toda la gente de count. Yeah, I mean, they know who they are.
That's right.
Dale, homeboy.
All right, brother. Okay.